let me give you all, well, let me zoom in a little bit here, or out, I should say. All right, there we go. Why is my face so close? All right, let me give you all an introduction. Hello, my name is Bacon Bears, and today we are going to be discussing the case of Jodi Hildebrandt and Ruby Franke. Ruby Franke was a mom vlogger, and she had the YouTube channel, her and her husband, called 8 Passengers. It was about her and her family, and some red flags started to come up with the way that she would discipline her children. She is now in jail, I believe, with 4 counts of second-degree child abuse. So that's what we're going to be discussing today. As somebody who is chronically online and as a mother who was born before the internet existed, I understand the dangers of unfiltered internet, okay? I was there, AOL, chat, talking to people that I should probably not be talking to on the other side of the screen. My concern with family vloggers is, what is the obligation that we have to our children, and what is the difference between sharing your children online because you're proud of them and child exploitation, and also the dangers that come with that. A lot of people don't realize that when you are putting your children out on the internet, even behind a lot of privacy screens that's still out on the internet, for anybody can click and share it and, or screenshot it, and then your picture of your babies are in the wrong hands. I am not somebody who puts my children on the internet. I don't want their faces on the internet. I don't like to put their names on the internet, only because I feel like we've gotten into a place in the world where anonymity kind of just doesn't exist anymore. And I feel an obligation as their mother to protect them and keep them safe. Also, I want my kids in a digital age to have as quote unquote normal of an upbringing as possible. I have a big problem. Oh, gee whiskey, thank you for following. Thank you. If you guys want, I am live on TikTok. I am live on YouTube. I am live on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. Hello, I can finally see Mark. Hello. Hi. How are you? I can finally see the stream, which is not saying that I'm streaming right now, does it? Can you see me? Oh, yeah, you can see me. There I am. Okay. G Whiskey, thank you for following. So if you guys want to, Emily says, I also want them to have a say of what is shared in their life with the world. So that, to me, is very important, right? My kids are 8. My son is nonverbal autistic. He does not have consent on what is being put on the internet. I don't think it is fair for me to take something of his and put it online. In celebration, I understand, like, oh my God, I'm so proud of my kid, or they are so fun, or they're so funny, or something happy. But there's even times where I go to put a camera up and my daughter, who is 4, will say, hey, can you please not, video me? Can you please not do this? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So going back to Ruby Franke and Jodi Hildebrandt, I swear this thing hates me, just resubbed 3 months, and it goes, no, we're not going to let Bacon. No, Amanda, thank you for subbing. It's also, let me tell you guys something, okay? I'm trying to get my stream going, but let me tell you, this is Mercury retrograde, okay? We're just going to go with the flow, okay? I'm going to be on here for a little while, and we're just going to see what happens. I know I was embarrassed when my mom told my grandma I failed at something, much less the world. Exactly. And so here's the thing. When you go online and you have family vloggers and you have people who are consistently sharing the ins and outs of your life, what does that look like? And my issue with family vloggers, and especially people like Ruby Franke, we are putting up the way that we discipline our children. We are putting up the way that our children, the reasons that they get disciplined. We put up, there was talking of shaving for the first time for girls. There was talking of periods for the first time with girls, different just punishments and, just very intimate notes that people, strangers shouldn't know about your children. Also things that their classmates shouldn't know. There are things that go on in a family household and a part of growth that are natural, but not something that we need to broadcast to the world. For example, I think one of her children had an accident, even though she was potty trained, and she put that out on the internet. Like, what's wrong with you? Your kid had an accident. Leave it. Like, but also explains the reason that Ruby Franke is the way that she is, which is why she's in prison now. So, I mean, it just is what it is. You could stream every day or not, and I'd still sub. Oh my God, I love you so much. Thank you. Okay, let me see if I can figure out why I can't hear this. I'm probably going to blow sound output device. Is it this one? Why can't I hear anything? I can hear myself, and you guys can hear any music that I put on, but I cannot, and this is not fair, and I don't know why. All right, let me see if I can figure this out. Okay, so that says it's on mute. Why is it on mute? ¿Por qué? No, ma'am. Hello? Speakers? I don't understand how her husband did. Oh! Don't even get me into Kevin Franke. We will get there. Don't even get me. Don't. And let me tell you something. And I will say this online, and you can show this to police at any point in time. If I found out that my husband, my partner, the father of my children, was abusing my children, I would gladly punch him in the face in the police parking lot, foxtrot inside, and smile in my mugshot. Just so everybody knows. And Kevin Franke is making phone calls to Ruby like, I'm here for you. I understand. They haven't shown me pictures. We don't need to talk. If the police come to my door and they say, your husband did all these things, your children are in the hospital for 3 days, he's like, they didn't show me pictures. Why was your first trip not to the hospital? I would be like, you know what? Okay, I need to step back and process from what is happening. Of course, I would want to believe that my husband wasn't capable of doing such heinous things. I married a man that I had children with. I love this man with my whole heart. But my babies are in the hospital. But you know what? We're also talking about a man who was like, yeah, I just won't see my kids for a year because that'll fix my marriage. Ma'am, I don't oh yeah, you already said that. Recourse unless I missed it. It's a Twitch bug. Mine are not showing up in chat either. This whole thing is wild to me. Like, that's your babies. I would do prison time over someone hurting my babies. I saw the TikTok that was like, would you kill someone for your babies? And the women are like, no. Yes. Hurt my children. I would go to prison for my children. And not for assaulting them like Ruby Franke. Let's not get it twisted. But like, it's so wild to me. Okay, so you guys can hear my desktop audio. I cannot. Let me see what I can do to see if I can hear this. I know you guys can hear it a little bit. If I can't hear it, that means that I can't. Bluetooth is off. I don't need the Bluetooth on. I need my headphones on, friends. Windows Sonic for headphones, is that? Anything? Hello? All right, I don't know why. Zero hesitation. I would go to prison for your children, their children, everybody's children. Exactly. The way I would punch Ruby Franke in the face. I just don't understand, like, how you're so weak of a person that you're like, I'm going to abuse these children. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can fix my headphones real quick. Discuss amongst yourselves. I don't know what's happening. Focusrite, speakers. It says the audio is on. You guys are getting the audio. I am not getting the audio. Is it something as simple as I have my volume all the way down on this? No, I can hear myself. Okay, I can hear this. I can hear that. All right. And you can hear that. Why can't I hear that? I work in child welfare and have almost done jail time behind someone else. I can't. You are an angel. I could never do that. I could never work and do that. Monitor and output. Guys, why can't I hear anything? Hold on. Let me see. Where are my headphones? Is this attached? It's got to be attached because you're listening. Let me see if I can switch it. Hold on. Sorry if I blow out anybody's mic here. Or headphones. Let's see. Okay, so now you can hear it. Okay, I still can't hear it. What is going on? Okay. Hello. I think I just blew out my own eardrum. I need a sound guy. I have no sound. What is happening? All right, these headphones might not work. Let me grab my other headphones and let me see if I can Bluetooth it. Hold on 1 second. Oh my God, you came in the perfect moment for me to blow my eardrums out. Hold on 1 second. Girl, Mercury retrograde. I cannot see my chat. I cannot hear my stuff. Also, I wore a really nice shirt, but in true Bacon Bears fashion. Sweatpants, y'all. All right. Let me get my headphones. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can do this. I gotta be able to hear what we're hearing. I wanted to go into work for child welfare because I was the child that needed someone to care, but I do not have the ability to hold back. No, I don't. If you're hurting a child, hi Taylor. If you're hurting a child, you're disgusting. Also, I believe in this case, hold on, Bluetooth connected. Please, dear God. Oh, it says connected. How do I just hold it down? No, disconnect. Okay, so I have to disconnect it from this. I don't know how to use the internet. I just need to be able to hear. I don't understand. I need an adult. Bluetooth. Pair. I don't know what is happening. Now it's... Oh, there we go. Shut up. I can hear. Hell yeah. All right. We're in business. Okay. Yay. Okay. So, as we were discussing... Let me turn this volume down now a little bit. As we were discussing Ruby, Franke, and Jodi Hildebrandt, and that's what we're going to be watching today. So here's the thing, right? Even with child actors, obviously we know that child actors are not protected the way that they should be, but at least they have the Coogan law, right? And the Coogan law was put into place so that child actors can only work a certain time, which we've talked about, and that's why you have so many children that you see that are twins. And also, they have to have a certain amount of money put away into an account so that their parents can't take all their money, even though there's a way for their parents to take their money, because I believe that that's what Honey Alana, I think her name is, but that's what Honey Boo Boo is going through right now, where her mom took all of her money. Family vloggers do not have something in, and now my headphones won't stay in. God bless. I am a mess. Mercury, get out of Gatorade. But my thing is, these parents are able to just take so much from their children. Okay. Sorry about the music, y'all. This is wild. Okay. Parents are able to take so much from their children. And the other thing is when you're a family vlogger, you have no obligation to like turn off the camera, right? So you can put the camera in your kids' faces as soon as they wake up. You can put the camera in your kids' face as soon as they have a temper tantrum, or as soon as they're showing any sort of whatever. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting. To be able to profit off of your children without their consent or really knowledge of what's happening, I think is gross. I also think it's extremely gross to hide behind religion to be able to say, oh, this is why I'm abusing my children. And then post that on the internet. You know, and there were certain times on the internet that she told on herself. So we're going to go through this footage. I am going to add this. First state to put a law protecting YouTube kids. We should Google that right now, actually. I'm going to Google right now. And sorry if I'm a little slow on chat. For some reason, my chat isn't showing up. So, for Twitch and YouTube at least. YouTube laws for kids. You must be at least 13 years old to use the service. However, children of all ages may use the service, and YouTube Kids, where available, if enabled by a parent or legal guardian. If you are under 18, you represent that you... No, this is not what I want. I think I should put in, like, YouTube laws for family bloggers. Girl, I was just telling the story about how I am perpetually online, and I was online before the internet, or I was born before the internet existed, and I got busted. I was just telling the story to my girlfriend. I got busted because I gave somebody over the internet my phone number, and they called my house, which at the time was a landline. And for y'all who don't know what a landline is, it means that the phone sat on the wall and was connected by a cord. And guess who picked up? My mother. And my mom was like, who's calling? And they were like, this is so-and-so. So-and-so on the internet, you know, whatever my name was at the time. It's like Stone Cold Steve Austin 6969 gave me her phone number, and my mom beat my ass. She's like, you're giving strangers on the internet your phone number. And I'm like, oh my God, ASL. Like, just such an idiot. I remember this very well. And then your mom called my mom. It was a party. Hey, aren't you that YouTuber that messed up her woodworking cabinet? I am. Also, guys, if you guys are not on YouTube and you're on Twitch and you're on TikTok, thank you, Legion. Hello. And you guys want to go check out my YouTube videos, you can do that too. I've been doing woodworking because I've been trying to organize my house. Eventually, this room will get organized. And also, big news. I'm at almost 400 subscribers on my YouTube channel. And also, my videos keep getting more views and more views right when I put them out. And in less than 24 hours, that video got 100 views, and I'm very excited. So it's all happening. It's all working out the way that we want it to work out. Okay, so I need to pop out this chat settings. We need to pop out. How do I pop this out? Embed in stream. Chat settings. How do I pop it out? Chat overlay. No, I don't want that. Okay. I'll just have to put this then over here so I can see this chat. Because for some reason, the internet does not want me to see my chat. So I'll put you guys over here. Just show me the chat, baby. And then we'll do this here. And then we'll do... No, we got to do TikTok here. Where's TikTok? TikTok. down here. TikTok chat. I don't need to know what I look like on TikTok. I just need my chats, okay? All right, so let's go to the Ruby Franke footage. This is provided by Law and Crime, and this is the cops find Ruby Franke's young daughter hiding in Jodi Hildebrandt's bathroom closet. So here's what I'm going to tell you. We're going to be discussing some heavy stuff. We're going to be discussing child abuse. We're going to be discussing all sorts of different things. So if this is not for you and you're not in the headspace, please click off. What are my credentials? My credentials are that A, I am a mother, and B, I am perpetually online. And I want to discuss what is the difference between sharing your children and exploiting them online. So that's what we're going to get into. We're going to get into all sorts of different things. We might have to talk about this in segments. I do kind of want to organize these in a way so that when people watch them back on YouTube or on my Twitch VODs, they are coherent. I don't know if that'll be the case, but you know, whatever. We'll just get into it. Let's see. If you guys want to see a full screen, I am on Twitch and YouTube right now. If you don't, also fine. Display capture. Where is this? Display capture. Apply. Hello? Hello? But no, that's me. Hi. No, I don't need you to move me. I need you. Display capture setting. Add source. Display capture. Add. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. So let's crop this a little bit. And then we will party down. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your feelings. Let me know how's your days going. Let me know what you're drinking. I'm drinking coffee right now. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so now you can see what I'm looking at. And you can hear what I'm looking at. Let's turn the music off and let's party.
We're getting a glimpse into newly released video showing the devastating moments after police encounter the children of disgraced YouTuber Ruby Franke. Officials have recently released a large amount of evidence against the former mom blogger who is serving a lengthy prison sentence for felony aggravated child abuse.
Here we go, sorry.
Business partner Jodi Hildebrandt's arrests were triggered after Franke's 12-year-old son was found emaciated with open wounds and duct tape around his body. A newly released Ring camera video, the young boy appears thinner and without shoes, in stark contrast to how he appeared years earlier in Franke's vlog.
Okay, so one of the things that I want to talk about is one of the misunderstandings that I had was their son. The 911 call. When the man calls 911 and he starts crying, I was getting choked up. So she talks about open wounds, and then she talks about how they were wrapped in saran wrap and duct tape. Okay. These women, which is disgusting. Ruby Franke, and as much as she wants, and all of this is, for entertainment purposes only. I am not a lawyer. I am not a psychologist. This is just my opinion, allegedly, whatever. I do not believe under any circumstance that Ruby Franke was brainwashed. I don't believe it. You'll never get me to believe it. There is not an amount of brainwashing that you could do to get somebody to abuse their children. They have open wounds. They wrap their open wounds in cayenne pepper and honey. And when I tell you cayenne pepper and honey, I mean more cayenne pepper than honey, first of all, and honey so they can't get it out of the wound. Then they wrap it in saran wrap. Then they wrap it in duct tape. Okay, this is just some of the heinous stuff that this woman did. And some of this stuff was happening before Jodi Hildebrandt even existed. Like, for example, I believe as a mother that the discipline, right, should meet the crime, okay? Your child has an attitude, or, for example, I gave this example the other day. Some of the issues that I'm having with my 4-year-old daughter is the fact that when she gets to go to her friend's house or she gets to go do fun things, a lot of times when it's time to leave, we have a hard time leaving. And I understand that. She doesn't want to go. She's having fun. This is an amazing time. So what is the proper, I don't like to use punishment because it's not a punishment, right? But it's about correcting a behavior. So I tell my daughter, listen, if we cannot behave when it's time to leave and I have to fight with you, I'm not going to fight with you anymore. We're just not going to be able to come and do these fun things, okay? And I believe that punishment or discipline fits the crime. If you cannot behave when it's time to go from fun things, we cannot then go do these fun things, okay? So you got to be able to go, and we'll make that trade-off. Never in a million years would it occur to me to punish my child. Hi, Rachel. To punish my child with a necessity. Okay. I'm taking their clothes. I'm taking their food. I'm shaving their heads. I had that done to me. I had that done to me where somebody was like, oh, you don't want to comb your hair. Now I'm going to cut it all off and you're going to look like a boy. I'm going to find that picture. But somebody felt so entitled to my being, even as a child, to my being, to my individuality, that they took my long, thick, black Mexican hair that was down to my butt and shaved it. They gave me a Dorothy Hamill haircut. I was shaved here and I had a little mushroom top on the top because that was a punishment. Instead of teaching me how to properly care for myself and teaching me how to properly brush my hair, they decided to cut my hair and take my identity instead. And for me, I don't feel entitled to my children's individuality, okay? There are certain things that we have to do. We have to wear gym shoes to school. That's the rule, right? We have to wear pants and long sleeves on cold days, okay? But sometimes my daughter wants to put a sequin skirt over her pants. Fine. I don't care. And that's the thing is I also don't view my, like the adversary interactions with my daughter as a punishable offense. Right? Now what I do find like a punishable offense is I do correct my daughter. She'll get to certain places where her attitude, and I go, hold on. Or I'll say, excuse you. And she'll be like, and I'll give her the opportunity to try again. How are you going to say this? How do you want to talk about this? But if my daughter gave me attitude, I'd never be like, hey, guess what? You're not eating dinner. Okay. Guess what? I'm taking your bed. Although I have threatened to take my daughter's door, which I know is a no-no. But listen, I can only get a door slammed in my face so many times. Okay. And I've told my door, if you're going to abuse this door, I'm taking it. Okay. I will never understand why we care what our kids wear. If I'm not wearing it, why do I care? It's a way to express themselves. It's a perfectly fine way for them to express themselves. And I grew up in a generation where kids were not allowed to have feelings. I saw a TikTok the other day that blew my mind. It says people who hate kids were not allowed to be children. I hated children for the longest time. Hated them. They made my skin crawl. Could not stand them. And I still have to get out of that mindset because I still find myself getting annoyed by children doing children things. And that's because I grew up in an environment where I wasn't allowed to be a child myself. A lot of us were brought up in a place where you were to be seen and not heard, period. I have taken my eldest daughter's door, but it was for safety concerns as a whole room upstairs, and she still had privacy. Whoa, I cannot see my chat here. Hold on. I just want my regular chat box back. Okay. I have taken a door, but it was for safety concerns. Okay. She was about 12 trying to do shit in her room that she shouldn't have been doing. LOL. Second time she requested her door to be taken off for safety concerns. Yeah, listen, I got to tell you, if you're going to slam a door in my face, I'm going to take it away. If you're going to hit me with a stick, I'm going to take the stick away. Okay. Like just certain things. I don't know if I'm going to take the door off the hinges. I might. Stop slamming it in my face, please. End of story. Anyways, we are talking about two women, especially a mother, and somebody had said in the Twitch chat, choices were made. And yes, choices were made. Choices were absolutely made. A woman made a choice to abuse her children. She made a choice to let somebody, which, I'm sorry, ice cream cone's chance in hell to abuse her children. I would just yuck. Try slamming a beaded door or chimes. Bring. Make it happy. And I don't understand. And then okay, so here's where I'm going with the brainwashing. She then says she was brainwashed, right? When you look at people who are truly in things like cults and truly brainwashed, a lot of times they have to have somebody come in and do a like almost a deconstructing. I forgot what it's called, but it's a process that they do to get them out of that mindset, right? And it's funny to me that you put a pair of handcuffs on her and you put her in jail for 3 days, and all of a sudden she's like, oh my God, I was brainwashed. It was totally Jodi. Totally her. I didn't know which way was up. I didn't know which way was down. Brainwashed. No. Brainwashing is these people truly think that what they're doing is the right thing, right? They truly think that they're living the right way, or the word of God, or, any other thing. There was no deconstruction process for you. The only process was they put you in the back of a cop car and you're like, just kidding. It was for funsies. Anyways.
When he rings the neighbor's doorbell, he asks, can you take me to the nearest police station?
I hate this
Hi,
so
I was
much.
just wondering if you could do 2 favors.
Well, what are they?
Well, what are they?
Taking me to the nearest police station. Well, actually, just one's fine.
What's going on, son? Have a seat there.
It's personal business.
Personal business.
Have a seat.
Oh.
What's your name? How'd you get here?
The neighbor then calls 911.
Tell me exactly what's happened.
I just had a 12-year-old boy show up here at my front door asking for help. And he's said he just came from a neighbor's house, and we know there's been problems at this neighbor's house. He's emaciated. He's got tape around his
Now,
leg.
here's the thing
He's
that
hungry, and
boggles my mind is I know that their oldest daughter, Sherry, has called the police on them. I believe that other people have called the neighbors on them. Do you want to know what I just found out? Jodi Hildebrandt. Now imagine this is you, okay? Jodi Hildebrandt is renting out her 10,000 square foot home as an Airbnb while children are locked in closets. Yes, he was bound with duct tape. They found handcuffs. They found ropes. And he escaped because he was so hungry and he was so thirsty. So.
thirsty.
Is your door locked?
No, I'm sitting outside with him on the front patio.
Okay, cool.
And he asked us to call the police.
What's
So
his
he's
name?
very afraid.
The neighbors out of their home, or is anybody looking for them that you can see?
No. Our homes are far enough away. I'm not sure. How did you get out of the house?
Porch. He went out.
He says you just left through the porch at the neighbor's house. Her name is Jodi Hildebrandt, and she lives 2 doors up the street.
Body cam
She's a
video later
bitch.
shows officers and emergency responders.
So this girl right here, this blonde girl right here comes up and she says, I think I'm going to cry. And the guy that she's talking to who has the body cam on says, I know, me too. That's why I have my shades on.
Arriving. One EMT seems so shocked by the extent of Frankie's son's injuries, she can be heard saying, I'm going to cry.
I'll take more if you want me to send them to you.
Frankie's son is later put inside an ambulance for treatment, where video shows officers talking to the young boy.
Now, mind you, This boy is 12. He has been abused, I'm going to assume, his whole life, because I don't think your parents just show up at 8 and they're like, now's the time. Now you get it. And also we know that there was abuse with their older children who are now like, I don't know if they're emancipated, but they're estranged from them. So this boy is 12. Still, now this boy is brainwashed, okay? When the paramedics ask him what is going on and why he's like this, he said, it's because of me. Or this is personal business, or I can't tell you, or they don't want to talk to him. That's brainwashing. What is that word? When somebody goes in and they like redo people's brains, they try to I'm going to Google it. It's like in cults when they do I don't know. But anyways, these kids really believe that this is happening because they're so bad, right? Or because they have the devil inside of them. And it's awful.
While he's on the gurney and asking who put the duct tape on him.
How did you get the ropes on you? Who did?
Also, he's wearing a shirt that when he walks up to the neighbor's house, you can tell isn't his. It's 3 times too big for him. And also he's wearing what looks like boxers that also don't belong to him. And he's wearing socks in the desert, okay? And he doesn't have any shoes. That's how he escaped this house.
Did him. You're not in trouble with me, okay? We're just trying to figure out what's going on.
Also, these kids have been told that hospitals, right, as Ruby says it in her testimony to the judge, hospitals cause injury, police are liars, church leaders are liars, everybody but Ruby, Franke, and Jodi Hildebrandt are the devil.
Our main focus right now is you, okay? Who put the ropes on you? Supposed to help you what?
I'm not sure. These paramedics and police officers and first responders are doing the Lord's work, because I don't know if I could see a child in this state. I don't even want, because they have the unblurred footage online. I don't need to see it. I don't need to see it for it to break my heart. I cannot imagine the people who go into these situations and sit with these children and sit inside of these families, and then who have families of their own. They have their own children. And then they still have to be like calm, cool, and collected. I don't have it in me. I could never do it. It's insane.
Portions of the evidence have been redacted. While he's being treated, he tells the officers he's not the only one who needed help. His sister is still inside Hildebrandt's home. When officers go inside of the home, that's when they make another heartbreaking discovery. Ruby Franke's young daughter, who we're referring to as EF, sitting inside of the closet cross-legged on the floor in complete silence.
Now, I want to tell you something, too. This almost 10-year-old girl is so emaciated, and they shaved her head, that the police at the beginning had no idea if they thought she was a little boy. And she sits in this closet for about 4 hours, refusing to talk to the police. Now imagine, you live in a home where your mother, your most trusted human being that is supposed to ever walk the face of the earth, your just end-all be-all being, abuses you for funsies or whatever the fuck Ruby Franke is doing, allows her friend to abuse you, and then you're locked in a closet, and then you have a bunch of men in police uniforms holding guns because they have to clear rooms, open a door on you. I cannot imagine this girl's fear.
I'm a police officer. Are you going for the union here? Hey, you okay? Is this just you in here? I'm Sergeant Tobler. What's your name? I just have one. Where's your sister at? Contact one. You okay?
Where's your sister at?
Huh?
He didn't know that is the
You
sister.
doing okay? You don't want to talk to me? Yeah, that's okay. Can you come with me though?
Sergeant Tobler would later tell ABC News they initially believed Frankie's daughter was a little boy due to the young girl having a buzz cut at the time. Tobler then tells EF they apprehended Jodi Hildebrandt, but the little girl still sits silent, seemingly too afraid to speak.
We got Jodi out there. You know Jodi?
I bet. Now here's
She's
the
outside
thing.
with us.
She cannot speak or, defy or have any, adverse reactions to her mother. You think she's just going to come out and talk to some people she doesn't know that quite possibly could get her mother in trouble because her mother has put this thought in her brain that police are the worst and they're going to hurt you and,
You take your time, bud. I'm in no hurry. I'm a police officer. Did you know that? I don't mean to hurt you at all.
And then you have these other guys doing their job in the background, but you have people clearing rooms around you with force because it's like could you imagine the people staying at this Airbnb? Like they just come in with guns and you're like, what the shit? Like I was just trying to be on vacation. And then they pull out kids. That scared me. It's a tornado siren. I forgot it's the first Tuesday. It's a Tuesday of the month. Police call out, yeah, because they don't know who is there. And that's the thing. You have the police trying to clear these rooms and they don't know who's there in this giant house, if somebody could have weapons or whatever.
You doing okay? Are you scared? Yeah? You're okay. Do you need help?
And you can see her in the mirror. She's just not moving at all.
You want to come with me?
She's going to be 10 years old. I am 38 years old. I'm going to be 39. And I could only imagine this situation. I would be sobbing. And she's just sitting there still. I couldn't even.
No? I'm not going to hurt you. Promise. See this right here? It's a badge. It tells me I don't hurt people. I'm just here to make sure you're okay.
I feel like this guy has
trouble. I'm not here to hurt you. I just want to make sure you're okay. And I get if you're scared. I would be too.
Hell yeah, I would be.
Okay? You want to come with me?
Still visibly afraid, the officer then offers reassurance to the young child by sitting down on the floor with her.
I'm just going to sit down.
Also, too, I want you to take a good look, okay, since he's close to her. I want you to take a good look at how the clothes hang from her, right? Like when somebody is typically malnourished or emaciated, you can see it almost looks like balls because you can see where the skeletal bones are connecting, right? Her shoulders look sharp and knobby. In her elbows, you can see where it dents in and comes back out. When you look at the footage of her brother, you can see where his knees, you just see it's two thin legs and just knees. It's horrendous. And that's the thing. He escaped because he needed water and food. How long has it been since these children have eaten?
It's okay if I just sit here with you. We don't have to say anything if you don't want to. Okay?
The patience.
I'll just sit here with you.
And also, too, to not be able to touch her, I would be like, please just the mother in me, I'd be like, let me hug you, please. I couldn't. The restraint and the patience and the care that the police took is astounding.
A little more than an hour later, EF is still afraid to leave the closet. Sergeant Tobler asks the young girl if she's hungry and would like some food.
I'll put the screen, okay? You want me to hungry?
And there's nothing in there. There's nothing for her in there.
Thanks, yeah.
Also, here's my question, which I don't know if we'll ever... Where's the dad? But girl, we'll get there. Kevin Franke. Why was she in the closet in the first place is my question. So I don't think that Jodi or... So Ruby Franke said that she left because she needed to go to a dentist appointment for some reason at 3 a.m. Makes zero sense, okay? But... why is she, what did she do that she's in a closet in the dark in the first place? What type of behavior gets that punishment? What type of behavior gets that discipline, right? What did you do that you deserve to be locked in a closet? No blankets, no pillows, no food, no light. What?
EF seems nervous to eat as she stares at the small personalized pizza for several minutes before slowly inching the food toward her so she can take a bite.
And she's not supposed to eat, right? Because Ruby tells you when you can eat, when you can sleep, when you can wear the proper shoes outside. She had her kids going outside and doing work in the desert in their bare feet. And then would punish them when they would complain because they had blisters. So in order to get anything, you had to go through Ruby. And now they're giving her a pizza, right? And she's probably scared because she's not supposed to be eating. It's all about control. The abusers don't have justification for the abuse. It's just the rules that they place on you. Absolutely. But that's another thing that I want to discuss today. These people, Ruby Franke and Jodi Hildebrandt, had talked a lot about this religious, getting the demon out of them and where's the prayer? Why isn't any of the punishment 10 Hail Marys? Where are the rosaries? Like, what are we doing here? I don't believe anywhere in the Bible, right, it says that you should send your children outside and let them blister their feet and then make them sleep on the floor and not eat for 3 days, right? I missed that. And I went to CCD. I mean, I know I'm not Mormon or they were Church of Latter-day Saints, but I'm pretty sure, like, all the books are similar, right? It's about, like, love thy neighbor, but not too close because you can't covet thy neighbor. I don't know. But I don't know where these punishments are that they're going to beat the devil out of them. And also, too, my other thing is, like, you're a mother, right? And you love your children, hopefully. You're trying to save them. I use quotations because I believe this is just all bullshit for them to use as a ploy to say I wasn't in my right mindset. That's why I did. No, you're an asshole. But my thing is, I lost it. It was there, and now it's gone. We were talking about control. What did I say? And we were talking about, God bless it, and the religious aspect. But I believe they're using the religious aspect to get out of here. Now I've lost my thoughts. Look at her. She's scared to eat. Look at her. The problem is that crazy a-holes don't have the norm mindset or emotions. And that's the problem, right? Like, I try to fight this with logic and, like, where I would come from as a mother. Obviously, we are on two different planets, baby.
Franke's daughter reportedly eats the
Who's
entire
that?
personal pizza and half of the large one. More than an hour goes by and EF is still afraid to leave the closet as officials take turns to try to get her up. But she's still
I'm
not.
sure she's petrified to leave the closet. A, she doesn't know who these men are. B, she doesn't know what's going to happen when she leaves. And C, if she does leave and the police bring her back, what is worse, right? Like her going with the police and something unknown happening, or her going back to Jodi and Ruby and her knowing what the outcome is going to be. Like, she's stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? In her brain, I'm sure no matter what she does, she's going to get punished.
Budging. One EMT tries to get her to talk, but she said she's nervous.
You don't want to talk? Okay. There's nothing at all you want to talk about at all? It's okay.
Resisting arrest. She's not getting arrested. They're trying to help her. I just got here. No. This girl, so this is a daughter of a woman who's been abusing her. They're just trying to coax her out of the closet so they can get her the proper care. She is not resisting arrest, no. Lord know how many times they were removed from their home and were returned to live worse. Yeah, well, that's the thing, too. A lot of people had made the phone calls about Jodi Hildebrandt and about Ruby Franke, and the police did not come. So, there's also that.
Talk to me. Are you scared? What?
It's unclear what
Just
was said after
nervous.
EF tells the EMT she's nervous. However, 10 minutes later, officials reassure EF she won't be harmed.
Yeah.
So can we carry you from there? It's the right choice. I promise. Pinky promise. We helped your brother. And we got him some help too. And that's what we want to do for you. Is we want to get you some help too.
Oh, sorry.
We are safe. We will not hurt you, and we won't do anything to hurt you.
It's unclear what was said next, but after nearly 4 hours, EF stands up with the emergency
Look at her
responders
feet.
and slowly walks out of the closet. EF is later taken to a hospital. Hildebrandt and Franke were ultimately arrested. When officers later questioned Ruby Franke, she doesn't say a word, seemingly unfazed.
Is this your water?
It's yours if you want it. We'll say that.
I just want to talk. I just want to talk. The unbothered annoyance. Is this your water? I don't know. There are so many things happening right now. You are being taken to jail. Your children are being whisked away by authorities to a hospital. I get anxiety when my kids go to school, okay? And also, you're so brainwashed that you believe that the police are the devil, right? So now your children are in the hands of the devil, and you are just so fucking unbothered.
We also have snacks if you need anything to eat. So I know I introduced myself to you earlier, but my name is Detective Bates, and this is Sergeant Tobler. We're just here to talk to you about kind of a few things involving.
They were just into extra $1 in her tax. I'll tell you. And this woman made so much money off the backs of her children for her to just be like, I don't know if that's my water. Whatever. I've been arrested. Are you kidding? I get anxiety with my kids go to school too. Anytime I am separated from my children, my antennas are up. Okay? Only because I want them to be safe at all times. I trust the people that they're with at school. I trust, when they go out to wherever it is that they're going. But it's just, I'm ready. you know? And this woman who believes, right, because she's so brainwashed, this woman who believes that police are the worst thing to ever happen, now know that 2 of her children, her babies, her youngest, are in the care of the police. And she is just... Okay.
Your kids. So first, do you live down here or do you live up north?
Hello?
Do you want to talk to me about where you live or how many kids you have? So we just spoke with your husband, and he said you guys have 6 kids. Are those all together? Are those all your kids?
Are those all your kids? My 2-year-old gets picked up by her aunt and goes 3 miles to grandma's, and I'm barely at ease. She's like, eh. Yeah. Because you care about your children. These blinks.
I can wait all day.
Yeah,
So
bitch.
It's up to you if you want to talk to us about
I can wait all day.
going on.
I get paid on the clock, homie.
Would you feel more comfortable talking to one of us?
Maybe you want me to, I can step out if you want.
Or if you feel more comfortable talking to him, I can step out.
After minutes of not saying anything, Frankie utters back she'll wait for a lawyer.
I'll wait till I have a lawyer.
I'll wait till I have a lawyer. Can I also just put one thing out there? Whatever. Think what you will. Thank you, Legion. Hi, Mr. Pike. I'm just going to put one thing out there. If she wasn't a good-looking, rich white woman, would she be getting the same treatment? Would you like it if we stepped outside? Do you want to just talk to one of us? Hi, I just want to say hi, and I want to say I love the channel and keep up the great work. Thank you, Kane. Hi. The way, and I know that they have to, right? Because they're police officers and they have to do a job. But the way that they treat her with such kindness. Oh yeah. I don't doubt that somebody's gonna beat her ass in prison.
Talk to us at all.
And here's the thing. I do have to say, this might be a case eye for an eye, because here's the thing. She talks about later in her phone calls, like, prison, this is torture. Bitch, you get a bed. You get a climate controlled area. You get 3 meals a day. You want torture? Let's take any wounds that you have and put on cayenne pepper sauce and honey. Let's take away your meals for 3 or 4 days because you gave me a side eye or you blinked too fast or whatever. Let's keep you in handcuffs and chain you to a bed and put duct tape around your feet. Prison is torture. Prison is a luxury compared to how you treated your almost 10-year-old and your 12-year-old. You are going to a Holiday Inn. And rec time. She gets to go outside and play with her new friends. The blinking. I can't with this blinking. If I ever get arrested, bet she writes a book. Bet.
Do you want to answer that? Or you don't want to talk to us about
blink.
anything?
We should have a blink counter. Every time she blinks, drink. It's the blink drink game.
So yeah, this is just your chance to tell us. We're just trying to get your side of the story. So it's your chance to do that. But it's up to you.
Blink.
We're just here to talk. And I mean, I'm not asking any criminal questions. If you don't want to talk to us, just let us know and we'll be done.
Oh, good. Kane. I'm so happy. Thank you. I'm trying to learn some woodworking, okay? Be patient with me. I already told you. How entitled. I already told you. I already told you. Ma'am, I believe that attitude is what she and Jodi Hildebrandt would call distortion, right? When we're living in distortion, we have an attitude.
Easy enough.
Thank you.
There's more woodworking videos coming. More chaos, Kane. Don't you worry.
I got the water. Do you need a bathroom break or anything like that?
Oh!
Frankie's
She also gets water and a bathroom break. What is this? The Ritz-Carlton? Her kids didn't get water. And she would talk about when they would soil themselves because they're so traumatized.
response was completely the opposite of Hildebrandt's, who did briefly speak with investigators.
How long you lived here in Islands? 6 years. The same house?
Ooh, the
married?
confidence.
Single?
Where'd you move from?
Utah County.
And how long were you up there for?
I'm a little nervous.
Now, I do have to say, I want to tell you something. When Kevin comes in and he does his interview, he talks about how Jodi, in the middle of the night, would have like all these experiences and they would have to go check on her. And then it became Ruby. And then all of a sudden they started sleeping in the same room together. And then they were together abusing their children. I got to tell you, I think there was a little going on, is what I think. Personal opinion. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only.
Nervous.
You're to be honest with you, if I was sitting over there, I'd be a little nervous too. So don't worry about it. We're just here to talk.
Let me tell you, I've never been handcuffed in my life. When police lights go on, and I drive like 5 miles under the speed limit. I am a grandma. When police lights go on behind me, even though I'm not doing anything, I sweat. Happy birthday, Mr. Pike! I sweat. I would be nervous. I'd be crying.
Right now we're just asking you just typical questions, like how long you lived here, that kind of thing.
I watched too many detective movies.
How yeah?
Which one's your favorite?
Right?
Me too. You can't, honestly, I sit there and I'm married and I sit there and watch those with my wife and I say that, we don't, that's not how we do it. Hey, that's not right. So, don't take, there's some good ones out there, don't get me wrong, but most of them are probably a little off base. We're not as mean, I won't get up and beat you up. We don't do that.
We just want to get to know you a little.
What did I just miss?
6 years. The same house? Wow. You married? Single?
Where'd you move from?
Utah County.
And how long were you up there for?
I'm a little nervous.
To be honest with you, if I was sitting over there, I'd be a little
I would be nervous too if I was going to prison.
To talk.
Oh, and she talks, Gavin Trump.
Right now
She
we're just
talks.
asking you just typical questions, like how long you lived here, that kind of thing.
I watched too many detective movies.
How yeah?
Which one's your favorite?
Me too. You can't, honestly. I sit
Okay,
there
everybody in the chat, put in what's your favorite detective movie. I wish she would have said Batman. What's your favorite detective movie? Batman.
I'm married and I sit there and watch those with my wife and I say that, we don't, that's not how we do it. Hey,
Dick Tracy.
right.
Ooh,
So,
memory unlocked.
Don't take, there's some good ones out there, don't get me wrong, but most of them are probably a little off base. We're not as mean, I won't get up and beat you up.
Crimson
don't do
Rivers. I don't know that one.
We just want to get to know you a little. So if you just kind of want to share a little about yourself and what brought you down here and.
So I trust my attorney. He said, don't say anything. And I said, I don't.
Okay, so I want to talk to you about this real quick. Her attorney was getting on a flight as they pulled her out of the house, which we're going to watch all this footage. So we're going to see that. But when they pulled her out of the house, she's on the phone with the attorney and she's like, I have police at my house and they just pulled me out of my house. And he says, oh, probably because you lied to them. And she goes, I have a cop standing with me right now. Like, but you trust your lawyer? Okay. All right.
Nothing to hide. And he's like, I know that, but just let me be there with you when you talk. So, you guys seem nice people.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hide anything. Okay.
But immediately fired.
This is really, if you knew all the pieces, I think you'd have a lot of empathy.
For who? Who? If you knew all the pieces, I think you would have a lot of empathy. For who? For who? Because I see empathy. For the children. Fucking idiot.
That's what we're looking for. And you're an adult. And the thing about our interview, if we ask you any questions that you don't want to answer, you can just tell us, I don't want to answer that question. But we do want to have a basis and an understanding of what's going on in that home, or what went on up north that brought them into your home. And so if you want to share any of that and you don't want to answer any other questions, that's okay.
I'd like to just tell you, but I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're gonna flip my words. I don't know.
And that's
I'd like
the
to
good thing
just
about
tell you. I would like to just tell you why I made children work outside in the desert heat with no shoes on. I would love to tell you why I wrapped their open wounds with cayenne pepper and honey sauce and then put saran wrap around it and duct tape. I would love to tell you these details. I'd love to talk about it. I'd love to tell you why I took children and didn't feed them for days on end. Amanda just subscribed. Thank you so much. If you guys want to, you can go check me out on Twitch and YouTube as well. I am also live on those platforms. But it's so funny. Like, I would love to tell you why I've abused these children for the past however many years. I'd love to talk about it. But I don't trust you, right?
Cameras, everything, it's pretty much double recorded, audio, video, and it's for the safety for you and for us, because we don't want to flip your words. And this will all be pretty much right there to support you. So
there is no way that you could flip this and reverse it to make Jodi Hildebrandt or Ruby Franke look better. Not a fucking chance.
Use anything against you.
He'd be so insistent then. He's an honest, good man, goes to church. I trust him. Why would he say that to me then?
Why would he say that?
I don't know your attorney.
She is doing it all herself.
Well, I'm just saying he's a good, honest man.
Yeah,
and I'm an honest person as well. So we get
Thank you,
along
Amanda,
great.
for
And he just
subscribing.
said, do not say anything.
Maybe just as an attorney, they
always say that.
they always want to be with their client. I'm not sure, but like I said, at any time, if you don't want to answer a question, you don't have to. So the ball's really in your court on what you do want to answer and what you don't.
Or possibly look worse,
So-
you're right.
Well, I think it looks bad that I don't want to answer anything, but it's not because I'm trying.
Right, your lawyer already said you lied to the cops. But he's a good, honest man. Because he's about to take your money, girl.
Trying to be difficult. I'm really hanging on what he told me to do.
Right.
Yeah, who's your attorney?
Adam.
Adam. Who's your attorney? Adam. Bitch, what? Who's your attorney? Steve? He was on the phone with you. What's your attorney's name? Adam. John.
His father's an attorney. His brother's an attorney.
Is he local?
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know.
His father's an attorney. His brother's an attorney. Is he a murder? Because we're going to have a problem. Billy Bob.
The street of the town hall is. They're all the same name.
Eve's husband, Adam.
Here today there's a lot of questions we have that we just maybe misunderstandings that we just need to clarify. And
I know, and I'd love to tell you if you were here, because I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with what I say. You know, I'm a psychologist. I've watched people flip things all the time. So I get it.
You're going to want to
I sit on your side.
I sit on your side. The gaslighting. I sit where you sit. I know. I'm a psychologist. I am a good person. I'm on your side. You can't gaslight me. Do you know how many ex-boyfriends I have? Ma'am, Nope.
I wish people didn't do that, but they do.
Well, if you're not willing to answer any of the questions,
She sits on a throne of lies. Yeah, the Murdaugh family. You do know they told you everything you say can and will be used against you. Hi, Kragan. Bacon la bacon. Hello.
about yourself, would you be willing to answer?
All right, I'm just giving you guys a little bit of a warning because it seems like we got quite a few people here. I do at about 10:45 Central Time have to go pick up my daughter and be a parent where I am going to feed her and love her and kiss her and then take her to her second school, and I will be back on about 12:10ish. So we're going to take a break for lunch and then we're going to come back and finish this.
Any questions maybe about Ruby or Kevin that you could help us understand?
Ruby?
We just honestly want to understand what their dynamic is, what happened to the children, what caused their separation.
Right.
And after talking to Kevin, it sounds like you know a lot about their dynamic and their relationship. So if you can
you know a lot about their dynamic and their relationship and the fact that you were in whatever relationship you were with Ruby Franke so much that you could also abuse her children. Because it's a group activity. When they said it takes a village, I guess I got it wrong.
help us understand that at the least, that would be awesome. And that's nothing incriminating.
I brought my
towards
crocheting
yourself
so I don't hit
because it's not pertaining to you.
my monitor.
So if you could help us understand that.
Could you
Jodi,
help us understand why
we're
you
gonna do
abuse these
this.
children?
You asked for your attorney, and we'll leave it at that. We'd like to maybe talk to you later when you have your attorney here present,
Absolutely.
and
He
we'll go
made
down
an
there. Okay.
appointment at 4 on
He made
Friday
an appointment
here.
with that here at 4.
He talked to the officer
Okay.
and said, "Can we make a time?" And he said out loud, "Do not talk to them."
Yeah.
He said you were lying.
Well,
He also said you lied.
We schedule that, and maybe that's just something we just do with your attorney.
Can you imagine? The entitlement on both of these women. I know, and she's been talking the whole time. But the entitlement on both of these women. My attorney said he's going to make an appointment here at 4. Excuse me, I would like an appointment to be arrested, please. Thank you.
Okay. Do you have any questions for us, or anything we can answer in the meantime?
No.
Okay.
No.
Why am I here? What are the charges?
Appreciate your time. We'll have you hang tight in here, and we'll come back and get you, and we'll be on our way, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Franke and
Thank
Hildebrandt
you.
were later carted off to jail where they've remained behind bars since. Last month, Franke and Hildebrandt were each sentenced to as much as
she
15
pretty.
years in prison. Franke's children, E and R, have reportedly been placed in foster care together while their father seeks to regain custody.
Oh, and
Reported
that's
for
the other
long
thing.
time,
We'll touch on that. So her children also, when Ruby first comes in, she said, my children can't be placed together because my son, who they had taken into their custody, was watching things like porn, and he's been doing that since he was 3 years old, and he's assaulted other children or other people, at least 20 victims. You can't put them together. So now her children had to go into foster care until, she's still controlling it behind bars. Anyways. Did they think they wouldn't sit in a cell in the meantime? I don't know. These poor kids. Fuck that dad. He's an asshat. We'll get into that next. So here's what I'm going to do, guys. We're going to cut this in half because I have to actually be a mother. Some of us who have children choose to be present. So I also wanted to cut these down to make it more coherent for when you can watch the VODs back. If you guys want, you can follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram. I'm going to be going live. If you guys like this, it seems like you guys really like this. I like talking about these things. I like talking about parenting. I like talking about crime. I was supposed to crochet, but we was having too much conversation. So anyways, I will see. Oh, yay, you'll be back. She needs enough time to get ready to be arrested. Please. Thank you. She's got to do her hair. It's giving very... Who's the one who asked if she could get ready for her mugshot? Jodi Arias. So this will be part 1. Yes. The Kiki was being had. The Kiki. Yes. The Kiki was being had, girl. So, what I'm going to do is we're going to take a little break, and then I will see you guys back here about a little around noon Central Time. So, whatever that is for you, I don't know, standard CST. My name is Bacon Bears. Follow me everywhere. Smash your face on the keyboard. It helps out the channels and stuff. And I will see you guys in a little bit. I had so much fun today. This was so much fun. I always say goodbye to TikTok first. If you guys want to follow me on Twitch and YouTube, you can do that. I love you. I love you so much. All right. And as far as people on Twitch and YouTube, you guys can see me in the Discord. I love you so much. Thank you for joining. This was so fun. I'll see you in a little bit. Bye.